Good morning. It is 8:02 a.m. on Friday, March 27th, 2020. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Um, so, I feel like suddenly like I don't know what I need to talk about. I think a lot of my, uh, background attention has been sort of reoriented on my foot. I think I mentioned that I hurt my toe again, a different toe this time. Although I'm increasingly thinking that I may have the injury is a little bit more significant than I sort of was initially thinking. Maybe it's part of the foot too. I don't know. But the point is that it just hurts a lot, and I want to complain. I mean, I'm getting around okay, but it's just uncomfortable and it's frustrating. All things considered, I mean, I'd rather be working from home with this than having to go in to the office. But, it's just not fun. All things considered, obviously there's a lot of people with bigger problems out there. I'm not trying to downplay that at all, but yeah, just so I feel like that's a lot of what I'm thinking about is just thinking about how it sucks that my foot hurts. But that's how it goes. My D&D game that meets in person is not meeting in person. We didn't have a session last night, but the plan is to start trying to figure out how to do that online. And there's a part of me that's like, "What? Play D&D online? How can?" I mean, obviously I've been doing it for a while. It works, but it's different for everybody. And I'm not the DM for this one, so it's not up to me to determine the particulars. So I'm just looking forward to it though, because that's a fun game. And in the meantime, let's see what else. Gosh. Oh, you know what? Maybe just I'll talk a little bit about the magicians because last night I watched this week's episode, which is the second to last episode of uh, of the series because I guess it's not getting another season. So the season finale is going to be the series finale, which I'm not sure if that was clear when they made it, so I don't know if it's going to feel like the seasons of this show have generally been pretty good at like teasing places that it could go in the next season, but doing pretty good at handling well the challenge of wrapping up the season's storyline, as opposed to some shows where the season breaks are really almost just like, well, every episode is a cliffhanger and it's all one real big story, so the seasons really don't have their own distinct arcs. But the Magicians has always been pretty good at, in my opinion, of doing that, where each season has a distinct arc that does get wrapped up with closure. And even if the characters continue on to another story, you do still feel like a complete story was told. So I'm optimistic that we won't be left with some big dramatic like, oh my gosh, but now they're never going to answer X, right? But gosh, I love this show so much, and I just makes me sad that it's not going to get another season. I'm going to miss these characters and just the chemistry that the cast has together, and just this, very precisely calibrated tone where the characters have real problems, both mundane and magical. They are dealing with real challenges that are very difficult and played seriously, but all of that is overlaid with this layer of whimsy and silliness that really just cuts the tone in a way that just it's perfect. You want a little bit of salty and a little bit of sweet, that sort of thing, right? And it just a lot of the silliness of the magical stuff is interesting because on the one hand it feels magical in a way that, like we're watching a genre show and we want it to, but on the other hand it also feels like the silly stupid stuff we encounter in our real lives all the time, you know and it's just, yeah, it's good. It's good. I love the show so much, and I have, loved it for 5 seasons. I'm going to continue to love those 5 seasons even if they don't make another one. So this coming Wednesday will be the finale. I guess, looking forward to watching it, but sad that it will be the end. Anyway, congratulations to the cast and crew of that show, though, for making a great show. So I'm going to leave it there, though, for now, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.